This is the $10,000 house. We got a lot of progress done last week. We've fixed our walls, we got texture, we got sheetrock, but we don't have a kitchen. This is what it looks like right now. In this video, we're going to be taking you step by step in our kitchen and bathroom build, and make sure to stay to the end because we check out a competitor's house and we're actually surprised at what we found. So yes, the sheetrock crews got in and they did their thing, got everything tape floated as well as texturized, but they may have left a little bit more of a mess than Blake would have liked.
It's filthy in here. These guys didn't clean up for shit.
We started the day off by picking up our cabinets from our supplier. We went ahead and swept up the area where the cabinets were going to be placed. On this build, we decided to go with a higher quality cabinet versus just your Home Depot Hampton Bay particle board cabinet. So we actually found a local supplier who imports full plywood boxes, and that's what we went with.
Pro tip, you can always start on the back, but then drill it through the front so it doesn't tear the plywood.
Once we had our holes for our supply and drain line, we were able to set the sink base, and then we were able to set the cabinets next to each other in place, go ahead and secure them to each other, and then to the wall. We did run into an issue with the pantry cabinet. The base of the cabinet was a little bit taller than we had expected, so we went ahead, laid it down, marked off our excess, made the cut.
Austin.
Oh yeah. Night moves.
Night mode. Hey, you gotta put in that grind to get it all done. Gotta stick to that 45-day timeline, baby.
It was a little late. We wanted to visualize our work, so we went ahead and cut out a piece of concrete backer and made it our countertop.
More or less.
It's been a fun day today so far. We got all of our tile and all of our LVP unloaded. This is our cement board that we're using as a simulation for our island size. I like that Blake did this for me because initially we were gonna do a little bit longer. I think we have a 36-inch length here with about a 10-inch overhang. We were talking about possibly doing a 16-inch overhang. With the limited space that we do have in the living room here, we decided to do the shorter 10-inch overhang. It adds a little bit more space here. And you're gonna have your chairs here, and that's gonna be kind of part of the living room. So we're gonna put some backing on here to make it look pretty, paint it up.
All right, come with me. We have 12 by 24s. That's going in everywhere in both bathrooms. That's going in the tub surround walls. That's going in the master shower walls, master shower floor, and master bathroom floor. We're gonna start, I guess, in here in the tub surround, where we're gonna prep the studs with Triton board, hit the seams with tape, create our niche, and then trim it out with Schluter, and then we'll be good there.
So Matt's guys came in here yesterday and they did a great job like he was talking about earlier in the video. They came in, finished out the grout. We got an alabaster grout. I think it looks great. Then we went in with this black Schluter. Trying to say that word right.
Yeah, so what that is, because in your old school homes, you're gonna see a lot of just raw finished edges where people think they can finish it with grout or just kind of leave it, you know, without lack of better term, naked. And so you put that and it just finishes it, and then you end up matching that finish of that profile with your plumbing fixtures like your shower head, or in another instance in your shower drain.
So this is the hardware we're going with. We're going black and everything. We're going black in the kitchen, black in the sink. The Schluter will match your fixtures.
That these Schluters come available in pretty much any finish from, you know, gold, brass, antique gold, brushed bronze, stainless, chrome, and then just basic white, tan, black. There's pretty much a super wide selection of those that you can find.
It really does give a nice, clean, smooth finish. It really does.
We were trying to decide what trim to go with, and we were honestly going for a budget-friendly trim, just like any kind of A-colonial or anything like that. We really wanted to do like a 1x4 or 1x6, but it just really wasn't fitting in our budget. So we hit up those accounts like we were talking about, and McCoy's I think was at like 21 something for a 1x4 16. With our account, it was closer to 18 something out the door with tax. So then I called my Home Depot rep. Home Depot rep said, hey, how about I do 15? So, you know, you just got to wheel and deal with your guys, get those accounts, and tell them what you want, what you're getting, and I promise you somebody's gonna have a bottom dollar that they're willing to meet to get your business. So save that money, invest it into your property, make more on your returns. So that's what it's all about.
What do you think about going with traditional base molding versus just finished lumber?
I think I like this look better for me. I like a square baseboard, square trim, keeps everything more symmetrical. Whenever you get into those designs, you get funky corners and weird transitions. So personally, I like a nice square trim and baseboard. Everybody has their own taste that they like. So this is what Andrew likes, this is what I like, so this is what we're going with.
All right, it's day 22 of the build. We finally got this floor in here leveled. They came in and put self-leveler, got the floor nice and ready for the LVP. As you can see here, we have our moisture barrier. So the floor crew is gonna come in, put down the moisture barrier, and then they're gonna come over the top, lay our lovely LVP that we got for a good price, went to Floor & Decor. I wish I would've got more clips of them laying LVP, but they made such quick work of it. They got the house done in less than a day. I'm not even sure what day of the build it is now, but the floor guys got done yesterday. They started and got done yesterday. The kitchen looks great. As far as the LVP, we still have to do the tile in the master bath. But look at these transitions. Of course, we did have to have a step here. It's just the nature of the property. We had to have a step here. We had this big step down. You know, initially this floor looked horrible. The guys came in with concrete, floated it, made it look great. And then they were able to come in with a transition piece. And it looks classy, it looks great. So they were able to do the transition over here as well. Looks great, you can't even see it. That's what you want. Good craftsmanship. Now that the floor was completely laid, we were able to get started on the trim. We got the miter saw out in the front yard and they started making their cuts. Blake's helping them get it flushed down to the ground there.
Man, we had a lot of trash. It didn't look like that much sitting on the ground, but once we got it loaded up, I got the dumpster sitting at the house. I haven't taken it to the dump yet, but I would say it was a good ton and a half. We budgeted for 2 dump trips on our budget, a little over $500. That's your average trip to the dump's like $200 plus tax and fuel and surcharge and everything else they charge you for. They have a minimum of like $170 for 2 tons, and then it goes up by the ton after that. We budgeted for 2 trips. That marks our 3rd trip, I believe, to the dump. So the rest, hopefully we can just fit in the bed of my truck and take it to our shop dumpster where we can dispose at no cost. That way we can try to stay close to our budget. But as you can see, busy job site, a lot going on. It's gonna have trash. Trash means progress. So I ain't mad about it, but next time we'll budget a little more for trash. We just got our McCoy's goodie bag in the house.
Shout out to McCoy's on General McMullen. They were in our video and they commented on the last clip. And I guess Blake stopped by. And
yeah, I stopped by to get some material, and now we got a notepad, we got a bucket, got some fresh lids. I'm gonna take all my notes right here. Let's go. McCoy's #1.
And a Christmas card, baby. Get your accounts, build your relationships with your vendors, and it goes a long way. So after we celebrated our Christmas unboxing, we decided it was time for us to do a little bit of homework. This is a property that's for sale in the same neighborhood as our house. It's a comp, we gotta look at it, and we're gonna use this as a tool to gauge what we should value our house at, what we should list our house at when we go to make that sale. Like we don't have dogs that bark like this next to us, because that can scare away some potential buyers. But let's go inside real quick.
I think this is the same floor. So this is what I would consider probably the master, just because it's the only bedroom with the bathroom attached to it. And as you can see here, everybody can do tile. It's all about the craftsmanship of the tile. Everybody can slap some mud on and stick it on the wall, but this edge isn't finished. So whether you just use a bullnose, you don't need to use Schluter like we did, just finish out, caulk even, anything like that would finish it out. But you can see here, no texture, no baseboard. And then the worst to me is up at the ceiling. It's you can see, you know, big old gap. So if this was my master, I'd have to come in here and do quite a bit of work just to get it up to where I want. No transition on the doorway going in. And then in here, there's no AC, or actually, sorry, there's a window unit. No AC in the front 2 bedrooms. So you'll be a little cooler back here, but no plate cover on the outlet and the switches. This door isn't finished out. Not quite a big master closet. And other than that, I mean, this is an investor flip. This is what you get your flip special. So they didn't put a lot of thought and care and workmanship into it. So I'm not saying we're perfect, but ours definitely has a lot on this one. Yeah, this room would get quite hot. Middle of the house, exterior wall, no window unit, no mini split, no central air. That fan better be kicking, man. I do like their kitchen. Their kitchen is nice. It's not very big, but they did do very nice on the cabinets, the countertops. They're all very nice. But then it all goes back. I mean, I can tell you right now, the same tile guy did the work in here, because back there, it's not finished out. Here, you just have a raw edge of tile on the windowsill with a bunch of leftover mud on the back. No trim on the window. It's just poor craftsmanship, man. These are little things that you're gonna, at least that I would look for if I was coming in here to buy this. So when we're comparing, this is what we're looking at. I think we got a beat. So it's not all about winning, but it's all about selling that house. And I think if everybody was shopping around this neighborhood, I would hope they would choose ours over this one, just based on the finish out and the selection. So
they listed this house at $199,000. It's a pretty good comp. It's 200 square feet bigger than ours, but like you saw on the walkthrough with Blake, the finish out, it's just the quality and the craftsmanship is not there. It looks good on Zillow. It's one of those houses when you see it online, it looks like, oh, that's a nice house. It's at a good price. But then you start seeing things like this, the baseboard's missing. You got OSB with stickers on it, exposed in the windows. I mean, that's stuff that's just gonna scare people off. Like Blake said, you don't wanna come in and buy a new house and then have to go finish it out yourself. So we're getting close to finishing the property, and the next logical step is go ahead and list it. So we gotta come up with a good price. We wanna get the most bang for our buck, but we also don't wanna leave the house on the market for a long period of time, because then our money's stuck in that investment and it's not back out on the streets making money for us. So we're gonna come up with a good price that we both agree on. We're gonna get it listed, and that thing's gonna fly off the shelf, because I know they're gonna wanna buy it because it's beautiful.